Now, only 8 teams will advance to the knockout rounds. The teams with the best standings in group games, each of the 6 groups, and then 2 wild cards. You got it? It's all right. It's okay. You got a little bit more time before you have to commit that to memory. Now, here's a look at the favorites to win each of their respective groups, right? You have the Raptors, you have the Magic, the Bucks. That's all in the East. And then in the West, you have the Oklahoma City Thunder, you have the Lakers, and the San Antonio Spurs. So we will have a clearer picture of what the Cup standings are going to look like tonight because we got 9. That's right, Sinead, 9 total games. And you can see there's no better duo to break this down, this NBA Cup night, than Tim Legler, Sinead Agumike. Sinead, what are you watching tonight?
First of all, I'm so excited. Tim, let's go. Basketball nerds,
you know it's serious.
Unite.
I got the glasses
Here
on.
you know
it's serious.
All right, I have my eye on 2 teams that are trending upward in the Western Conference, the Portland Trailblazers and, of course, my Houston Rockets. And I'm going to focus on them, obviously, because right now they have the best offense in the NBA. And that's because sometimes their second shot is actually better than their first. Steven Adams, second chance points. That is their identity. One player right here who leads the NBA in offensive rebounds. That's Steven Adams. But now being able to take on the identity overall as the Houston Rockets. Look how they pursue the basketball. Everyone is active. They attack. Katie finds a lob. But right here, Şengün misses. Doesn't matter. They still pursue the basketball. Now you have options on the backside. All right, who's going to get the shot? I think they made a great decision here. Passing it to KD, who knocks down the 3. This is the best offense in the NBA, and they do it the dirty way. You know what they call it? Perk, the dirty South for a reason. But KD, this is interesting. This is actually his lowest usage ever, only at 25%, but he's still giving you 50, 40, 90 from his shooting splits while averaging 24 points per game. H-Town, we don't have a problem.
You know why I love this one, too? If you want a guaranteed investment to watch 2 teams play hard for 2.5 hours, right now these 2 teams, because Portland has really caught my eye early and how hard they're competing. I'm going to look somewhere else. I'm looking at a revenge game, right? A rematch. We get these sometimes in the NBA back-to-back. I don't want to start by saying this. Wemby's next level of evolution is processing the situation and not being in such a rush to go. Be more comfortable squaring guys up and letting the traffic clear. And here's what I mean by that. So here you go, a little transition opportunity. 8 turnovers the other night, and we're going to talk about some of those and how we can avoid them. Now, he doesn't do a pretty good job right here of a processing. He thinks he could turn a corner right here on Podziemski, get to the rim. Okay, that's fine. Early catch, go, doesn't process anything. He gets cut off, no problem. Here's where the next part of his game has to come. You have now occupied 3 defenders for all intents and purposes. This ball has to come out now. It's going to make your life easier because now you'll get the weak side spacing. If that ball comes out of the traffic right now to the top, one of 2 things is going to happen. You're either going to get a closeout back by Buddy Hield, and you're going to attack this closeout. You're going to take on Jimmy Butler, and now there's going to be a shooter right here on the weak side of the floor. Or Jimmy Butler's going to go. Maybe both guys go. And now you're still going to have an opportunity for that basketball to come to the top and then to the weak side. Instead, watch how long he holds it. By the time he processes this, Sohan thinks he's shooting it, leads to a turnover. Now, this one to me is more important. This is the next area of growth for Wemby. They ran this play because they want an ISO on the side against a smaller defender. And this is winning time. It's a 4-point game in the 4th quarter. But take a look. He doesn't allow the traffic to clear. I mean, that's what Castle's trying to do. He's getting out of here. He's going to take this defender with him. And now on the weak side, you're going to get Champagnie coming up, and you're going to have proper spacing to give him a one-on-one with the whole side of the floor. Watch how quickly he goes, though. He doesn't let the traffic clear. So now as he gets himself in this situation, you have literally 5 players within about 8 feet of each other. It's too congested. He wasn't patient. Leads to this. Off balance, throws the ball away. They go the other direction. Look, Sinead, this year, he has shown you more functional strength.
Yeah.
We wanted to see it. Play through contact. This is the next part. Turn, face, square up, let the traffic clear, process the situation.
But Tim, between the Rockets and the Spurs, clearly my state of Texas, Malika, is on the rise.
Well, the ballers at the big board, I don't know that there's anyone better than you two. Thank you very much. Let's stick in the Western Conference here. A developing story out of Los Angeles we're following. LeBron James, he practiced with the G League South Bay Lakers again on Thursday, and here is the big news. Everyone was waiting for this. He had no residual effects from Wednesday's practice. That was his first full-speed 5-on-5 since his sciatica diagnosis. Remember that nerve pain on his right side. Since LeBron is getting closer and closer to joining the Lakers, let's check in with our senior writer, Dave McMenamin. Dave, what more can you tell us about LeBron's rehab with this G League team?
Yeah, Malika, as big as the news was on Wednesday that LeBron played 5-on-5 for the first time in nearly 6 months since the playoffs against Minnesota, Thursday was even bigger because he was able to get through the practice, I'm told by multiple sources, and he was a full participant. They did 5-on-5 drills. He was able to move without any lingering pain in his lower back or his right side. And obviously, he is now in the mode of, if he continues to have this progression, he could get a practice with the Lakers on Monday when they return off this 5-game road trip. And then there's a game on Tuesday. I mean, we're in the timing now where we can be looking at the schedule next week and say, hey, that could be the game where we see LeBron James making his season debut, which will be making some history. The only player in league history to have played 23 seasons the moment he steps on the court to begin this season.
And could that history be made as soon as Tuesday against the Utah Jazz? That's a question that we're going to be following. And the Lakers, they need him back badly because they are coming off their worst game of the season against the Thunder on Wednesday. I don't even know if we can call them a game. That was a beatdown. So what's being said of tonight's NBA Cup game against the New Orleans Pelicans?
Yeah, it was a trouncing. And Jared Vanderbilt said it actually was easy to dismiss that one. He said the game tape, when you lose by 30, you kind of just give in to it and you recognize that there's a lot that needs to be done. And earlier in the season, the kind of Achilles heel for this Lakers team was the third quarter. But on this road trip, it's been the first quarter. They didn't look good from the very start against the Atlanta Hawks, and the same thing was against Oklahoma City Thunder. And DeAndre Ayton said, we need to play with the requisite force from the very beginning. Vando added that, hey, this is an NBA Cup game tonight. We performed well in the past. I don't know what it is about it, but we seem to bring our A game to these types of competitions. So look for an improved Lakers team to try to get back on track tonight in New Orleans.
Right, and this New Orleans team hasn't exactly been a juggernaut of the NBA so far this year. But again, these are the games that you really have to dial into because it's easy for them to fall into those trap games. Dave McMenamin, thank you so very much. You mentioned the Lakers schedule. Let's just take a look at it together. Yeah, it really eases up through the rest of November. Look at this. They have 7 games left. Only one of them is against a team that has a winning record. That's the final game of this road trip. That's this weekend against the Milwaukee Bucks. So Brian Windhorst is here. Kendrick Perkins is here. Kirk Sweater is joining us in studio as well today. Brian, I'm going to start with you here. The Lakers, what form of LeBron James do they need to come back to this team?
It would be amazing if they could get second-team All-NBA LeBron, but even if he's not that coming out of the gate, and I don't think we should expect that, the Lakers need a little bit of assistance, a little bit of margin for error. And the reason I say this, they're 8-4, which is great. Considering what they've gone through early in the season, to be 8-4 is tremendous. If you look at their defensive rankings, they're in the bottom 10. They're down there with the Charlotte Hornets, with the Utah Jazz, with a bunch of other losing teams. You look at their net rating, which is a little bit more complicated, but and definitely was affected by that blowout loss the other night. They're, again, down in the bottom 10. They have a net rating of a team that should have a losing record. And yet they're 8-4. That's great, but it also means that maybe they're cheating a little bit. And yeah, their schedule eases up, but you can't continue to play this level of basketball and skate this close and think that you're going to continue to play this level of winning. That's why LeBron comes back. He brings margin for error. That is the entire thing he can do. It might take him a few weeks to get into that, but the Lakers have weathered this brilliantly with all the injuries, including to Luka and to Austin Reeves. They're in good position to bring LeBron back and then try to take off.